everyone. I hope this finds you well and living your best life in Jesus Christ. Well, yesterday I was blessed to celebrate my 61st time around the sun. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who wished me a happy birthday, whether in person, in cards, in phone calls, or on Facebook. I can honestly say that for a large portion of my life, I was pretty sure that 61 was a goal I would never see. It's only by the grace of our merciful Lord and the constant encouragement and supervision of my helpmate, my dear Nancy, that I've been able to get here. And if the Lord wills, I plan to celebrate a whole bunch more. One of the reasons I like the fall so much is because a large number of the people I love have birthdays in the fall or the late summer. Two of my brothers, as well as little Landry, of course, and a host of others, have fall birthdays, and of late, I have been enjoying how we all respond, just looking at how we all respond to the passing of one year to the next, each having different perspectives of the passing of the seasons and time, and just seeing how they look at the future. Some of us just want to grow up, and some talk about growing older. Me? I just want to grow in Him. All I hear from Landry is talk about growing up. Every day I must hear him say 1,000 times, "Pop, when I grow up, I'm gonna fill in the blank." I remember my son being the same way, and frankly, I remember thinking the same thing when I was much older. Young folks are excited about the new adventures they'll be facing, whether it's riding their new birthday bicycles or playing a new team sport or getting extra privileges such as going to a friend's house as a result of their new increasing age. They also talk about being able to ride on certain rides at amusement parks because of their newfound height in the upcoming year. As they get older, say middle school age or high school, they'll be talking about being able to drive or going off to college, getting a job, getting married, having children, and growing up into the responsibility of being an adult. They look forward to a life of seemingly endless possibilities and pleasures, and they should. But then they reach a certain milestone birthday, and then, as if overnight, they're suddenly not looking forward with such eager anticipation as they had in their youth. I now find that I have many students who are finding themselves falling into that next stage of life. Whereas when they were younger and we spoke, they were full of plans and dreams. Now when we talk, they have a tendency to focus on a different phase as their birthdays are being celebrated. They speak of growing older. See, they have enjoyed the days of their youth, and as responsibilities have become reality in their busy lives, they're beginning to feel the effects of an older and more challenging lifestyle, often with children and increased responsibilities. Along with this sometimes comes the responsibilities of caring for aging parents. And the sad part is that sometimes, unfortunately, they begin focusing on their regrets. Although they immensely enjoy their families and jobs, they don't necessarily have the freedom that they once had. Their physical condition is no longer peak, and the realities of having certain unrealized dreams are beginning to be evidenced. They're beginning to do something they never did when they were younger. They begin to count the days. The next phase, normally starting in our mid-50s and extending pretty much from that point forward, tends to bring about one of three reactions. In the first, we have people that are looking for a renewed search of youth. And I've found this to be a futile endeavor at best. As a matter of fact, we all know people who reached a certain age and suddenly decided they wanted to be 17 again, which can't ever happen. The second reaction is a tendency to worry about everything, mostly about our physical well-being as we begin to have serious issues. And the third reaction is kind of a calm acceptance of the realization that each day is a blessing, each day a gift. Fortunately, most of the folks I know fall into the last category, but I know many older folks who are ensnared in the worry cycle as they get older. I can really understand that, as I've spent many an hour and many a day doing exactly the same thing. However, now, after years of living through the seasons of my life journey as described in Ecclesiastes, I have decided to choose a new perspective concerning my birthday. I am certainly no longer growing up, nor have I chosen to say that I'm growing older. Rather, the desire of my heart from year to year is to note that I'm just growing. As seasons, years, and birthdays come and go, as I travel the hills and valleys, the highways and byways of the path and the plan that the Lord has designed for my life, my greatest desire is to be growing in Him every day of my life. As I grow older, I'm reminded of what Paul told the Colossian church in Colossians 1:9 through 10. He writes, "We ask God to give you complete knowledge of His will and to give you spiritual wisdom and understanding. Then the way you live will always honor and please the Lord, and your life will produce every kind of good fruit. All the while, you will grow as you learn to know God better and better." Spiritual growth is like all other kinds of growth. It starts small, it takes one day at a time, and it's a journey. It involves discipline, it involves patience, it's comprised of hills and valleys, highs and lows. It's best nourished, as I've discovered, with the counsel of wiser, older heads, and frankly, it's nourished with the Word of God. And it's made stronger in life's experiences as we're drawn closer and closer to Him. Each day is a building block in committing to growing in Him. In this way, from year to year, birthday to birthday, we may look back and know that we have become more and more like Jesus Christ, which is our goal. Looking at how the Lord has continued to bless my life and how He has prospered me from year to year, I've come to the conclusion that the best birthday gift I can receive is the knowledge and favor of growing in Him. It is a gift beyond any wildest dreams of my childhood. So, even if you're not as fortunate as I and have just passed a birthday, remember that each day in our lives is a milestone. Each day is a chance to grow in grace and honor, and each day is a blessed opportunity to grow closer to our loving and gracious Lord. I hope you make today a terrific day. I want you to know that I'm here if you need me, and I love you all.